Hi everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Lilith. I am a YouTuber slash content creator. I also have a VTube channel called Violetthevampire, if you guys are interested in checking that out. Today, I figured I would come on here and we could sit and talk about something that's been pretty heavily on my mind, as it is the holiday season, and every holiday season it tends to like resurface. And that being that, as somebody who's queer, as someone who's trans, the holidays can be really, really, really lonely. Sometimes they're extremely isolating, other times not so much. But my overarching theme for my holidays is that I tend to feel very alone. And so I just kind of wanted to sit here and talk and, let you guys know that it's not just something that you might be feeling. I have talked with quite a few of my trans friends this holiday season, just because I have tried to make my house a space where they can come over and hang out with me, because life is hard, especially during the holiday season when you don't have any family to go home to. And I feel like one thing that is talked about, but maybe not talked about enough, is that we as queer and trans people, more often than not, tend to not have anywhere to go home to during the holiday season. Or if we do, we're putting ourselves around people who don't understand us or are rude and unwelcoming. And obviously this isn't for everybody. I know some people out there have welcoming families. That's awesome. I'm super happy for you. This video is for you as well, because you can have a supportive family and still feel very alone. Basically, I just wanted to come on here and say, say the quiet part out loud, the thing that many of us are definitely thinking right now, but maybe aren't able to express and grieve. And so this space is just a time to kind of reflect on that, to reflect on the feelings that we might have during this season and what that means for us. I could come on here and say, oh, but you're not alone, which is true. You don't have to be alone. There are plenty of online trans and queer communities that are absolutely wonderful and can be a great, great space to start off finding people like yourself. I highly recommend, if you don't have that currently, to start seeking out those spaces. I know that if you have access to a computer or access to VR chat has a huge queer and trans space online there. Discord is another wonderful option. There's groups on Instagram, there's groups on Twitter. I know that there's groups on Threads. But purposely going out there and looking for people like yourself can be a great way to feel a little less lonely during this season. I just wanted you to know, no matter how you feel currently, whether you feel extremely alone or not, that you aren't alone. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of other queer and trans people feeling the same exact things you are right now. And while we might feel isolated and like we don't have a lot of community around us, there are so many ways for you to find that community online, and I highly stress that you do, especially with everything coming up with the new year. Finding some sort of community, no matter where it's at, is extremely important. I have a Discord server, which I might link in the bottom of this video if it is ready to accept more people, that is 18 plus, and it basically has been a safe space for people exploring their gender, people who understand their gender, those that are just queer. It's a space for disabled people who, you don't have the ability to meet people out, and in real life, but have that online. Because, like, for me, I deal with a lot of trauma around the holidays. I don't know if it's necessarily spoken about a lot, but I think the holidays can be extremely traumatic for a lot of us. Whether that's from family issues growing up, from losing a loved one, from just the act of being alone on a holiday for years in a row, especially when holidays are perpetrated as these times where you're supposed to get together with everyone that you love. And I think that there is a sort of generational trauma that we are kind of all dealing with, the aftermath of when it comes to holidays, and that a lot of us end up suffering through these times instead of being able to reclaim the holidays as something joyous as they should be for us. You know, I really don't like the focus of capitalism when it comes to holidays like Christmas and Halloween. And so for me, I try to remove that focus as much as I can. And if I get to spend even a day with one of my friends, then that is all the gift I need. And I think that a lot of us can try to reclaim the view of the holidays and what we take it as. You know, we might not have families. I can tell you that I don't really have a family to go home to. And I think that that's why it's more important to lean on your friends in these times. And while some of you may not have those friends that you can lean on right now, 2025, your goal can be to make those friends and have that support system that you need. That's currently my goal, and I am excited to see where I will end up in a year. I know that this year is going to be hard for a lot of us, and that it's already stressing a lot of us out, but we don't have to let it get us down entirely. We can choose something different. We can choose a different narrative, and I think that that is extremely important. I think that finding what you want to do and what you need to do, without any pressure on yourself, of course. Like, there's no pressure. Like, what we want and need to do changes all the time. We can be fluid, and that's okay. I just want you guys to be able to take the end of 2024 with a positive note. No matter what may be going on in your life, we are not alone, and we can do this together. And I believe in every single one of us. And I know that this video kind of went all over the place, and I will probably be making another version of it very, very soon. I just felt like I needed to sit down and get something out to, one, talk about my thoughts, and two, to start a discussion around what should the holidays be for us? What are they for you? And how do we change it going into the future? Look, what is my dog doing? I hope that she is at least entertaining you guys for while I ramble along. I love each and every single one of you, and I want you all to know that not a single one of you are alone in this, that this is a group effort, and this is a group fight that we are going through, and we have the power and the ability to make the changes that we need to in our lives. It is never so bleak that there is no better outcome. For each and every one of you, I absolutely believe that you guys are going to find the community that you need. And it might take a while. It might hurt, too. One friend group that you find may not be the friend group for you, and that's okay. But I believe in each and every one of your abilities, and I know that come next year, most of us, while we may not be in a better space, will have better company around us. And with that, I, again, am Lilith. I am a content creator. I make silly VTube videos as well as short films, and I hope to see you again sometime soon. Bye.